Welcome to class. Welcome to class. Today's class is a stretchy and soothing flow. This is really just one of those kind of classes that while you're doing it, it feels really great. It's grounding. We have a little bit of movement, but nothing too intense, not a whole lot of chaturangas and vinyasas or anything like that. You won't need any props. And we're actually going to start right away by coming into a seated wide forward fold. Now, since this is the very first thing that we're doing, I want you to keep in mind that you might not be able to go as far as you usually can once you've been warmed up. So be mindful of that. Take the feet only as wide as you can comfortably stay sitting upright. So you might walk the feet in a little bit closer than usual. But once you get situated, once you find the degree that feels best, you can start to just let the upper body come forward. You can come down and stay up on the hands or come down to the forearms, of course. But find a version that feels sustainable, that feels good. And once you get there, just let the eyes close and start to drop your focus right to this moment. So especially if you're coming from a different event, whether it's work or school or an awkward conversation, whatever you stepped away from to do this class, I want you to put that to the side and be fully present right here. And notice as you get more settled, if you start to shrink inward, just take a second and gently draw the chest forward, just like an inch or two. Try to maintain some length through the back. Take a few more breaths. And on your next inhale, just walk the hands in. Plant them right in front of you and lean forward. So just practice really leaning all of your weight into the hands. And just do that a few times. Keep the arms pretty straight. And then lean all the way. Lean so much that you can press your hips off the mat. You might end up walking your hands further away from you if that bothers the wrists at all. So this, you should also feel stretch through the forearms too. Exhale, sit back down. Snap, crackle, pop. Inhale, stretch the left arm overhead, over to the right. Inhale, come back to the center and gently switch sides. So take the left arm over to the right, stretch the right arm overhead. Inhale, take it back up. Walk both arms straight out again, but before you do, see if you have a little bit more space in the hips now. Maybe walk the hips a little bit, or walk the feet a little bit further out if you can, and then take the forearms down again. So don't push yourself super, super hard here. It's just if you have room, take advantage of it. And inhale, walk the hands in. Go ahead and bend the left knee over. So you end up in a seated half forward fold. So just make sure both hips are facing the same direction as the right foot. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold over the right leg. Let the upper body relax down. And just notice what the left side does. So be mindful of not letting the ribs pop up to the side. You want to keep the left shoulder, the left ribs, moving straight down. And if it helps, you can think of moving the left ribs towards the right calf. Take a couple more breaths. Inhale, walk the hands in. You're going to cross the left foot totally over the right for a seated half twist. So inhale, draw the left knee in. Exhale, twist over the left shoulder. Just hug the left thigh in close. Take one more inhale. Exhale, release back towards the center. Bend the right knee. Cross the left ankle over the right thigh. You can flip the palms so that they face, flip the fingers so they face away from you. Roll the shoulders away from the ears. And inhale, press the hips up. Inhale. Exhale, sit down. Go ahead and walk the right heel forward. Slowly rock yourself all the way back so you end up in a reclined figure four. And you can let the eyes close. And take 2 more breaths. Gently let the hands go. Uncross the left foot. Take the heels about mat distance apart, walk them a little bit further away from you, and just windshield wiper the legs to the left and right, just to let the hips relax. The pace is up to you. And then gradually bring the knees in towards the chest, rock yourself up. And we're going to do everything on the other side. So take the right foot to the inside of the left thigh. Sit up nice and tall. Take a deep breath in. And exhale, fold forward over the left leg. So again, just pay attention to the right side. If you find yourself opening up to the right, think of moving the right ribs toward the left shin. And take a few more breaths. Inhale, slide the hands in. Take the left leg, make sure it's straight out of the hip. Cross the right over the left. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, twist over the right shoulder. Hugging the right thigh in close. Exhale, revolve back towards the front. Slide the left heel in, keep the right ankle crossed over the left thigh. Fingertips face behind you, roll the shoulders back, and as you inhale, press up to a reverse plank. Inhale. Exhale, sit back down. You can extend the left leg out a bit. Hold on to the back of the left thigh, roll it back, and find a supine figure four. Just hug the knees down close to you, opening up the right hip. Take one more breath. And gently let the hands go. Unhook the right foot. Take the feet about mat width apart. Walk the heels away from you, and then just dip the legs left to right. Just windshield wipering side to side. Take a couple more each way. And then draw the knees in. Rock up. Roll over the ankles and step back to a downward facing dog. And you can make this down dog really slow and stretchy. So nothing super intense. Feel free to keep the knees bent if that feels better. Just take a few moments to settle in. And from where you are, find some stillness. And inhale. Step the right foot between the hands. Drop the left knee down. And keep both hands on the inside of the right foot. On the floor at the inside of the right foot. Just let the left hip get heavy. Reach the chest forward. Take a couple more breaths here. You can stay totally still or kind of shift your weight around. So I want you to think about what would feel really grounding, soothing at each step of every pose. On your next breath in, you can open the right arm back, bend the left knee, reach for that foot. We'll find a little more space through the front part of the hip. So sit the hips back to start, and then exhale, start to drop the hip down again. Keep opening the right shoulder. You can come down to the left forearm if that feels better. Take one more breath. Exhale, gently let the left foot go. Plant the hands in front of you. Start to spin yourself open to the left for a standing wide forward fold. Lengthen the crown of the head forward. Exhale, fold down. Inhale, lift the chest halfway. I want you to walk the upper body over to the right leg and fold over the right leg. So you can take the left hand to the outside of the right ankle and just hug yourself down. And gradually let go. Turn everything to the front of your mat. You can step the right foot back, bring your feet together, knees apart. Sit back in child's pose. Just a reset. On your next breath in, look forward. Sit up and back in down dog. just for a moment. And gradually take the left foot forward. Plant the right knee down. Keep the hands on the mat at the inside of the left foot. And again, you can shift your weight side to side a little bit. Take a couple more breaths here. And keeping the hips heavy, find some stillness. Open up the left arm, bend the right knee, reach for that foot. You can sit the hips back just to reset, and then as you exhale, let the right hip get heavier, sink yourself down. You can stay up on the hand or drop down to the forearm if it feels a little bit better. Take one more breath in. Exhale, gently let the right foot go. Plant the hands. You're going to spin everything to the right side of your mat. Turn the toes in towards the center. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, hinge forward and fold. Take 2 more breaths. And inhale, start to lift the chest. Just walk your upper body over to the left and start to fold yourself down over the left leg. So you can take the right hand to the outside of that ankle and just hug it in nice and close. Gently let go. Start to turn everything towards the front of your mat. You can step the left foot back, feet together, knees wide. Child's pose, slide the hips back. Take one more breath in. And exhale, release. And look forward. Go ahead and walk yourself out. Extend the legs back. The left arm is going to extend out to the left. I want you to roll over to your left side and take the right foot behind the left leg. So you can keep the right hand just in front of you on your mat, or you can start to reach the right arm up and maybe drop it back so that it reaches toward the left hand. But again, I want you to ask yourself what would feel the most soothing, not what would push you the furthest, not what would be most challenging, but what would feel the best. What would be something that feels really stretchy, good? Take one more breath. And exhale. Come back to the center. We'll do the same thing on the other side. So whenever you're ready, extend the right arm straight out to the right. Flip over to your right side. Bend the left knee. Step it behind the right. Just to get into the right chest, shoulder. Get a nice rotation through the spine. And take one more breath in. Exhale, gently bring it back around to the front. And then slide the hands in. Go ahead and sit up so that you're on your heels. So the feet are, like the toes are just flat on your mat. You don't have to tuck them underneath you or anything. Bring the hands behind you, so interlace them at the base of the skull. Interlace the fingers at the base of the skull. And as you inhale, I want you to open the chest, open the elbows back behind you. And as you exhale, curl everything in towards the center. Inhale, expand the chest, open, drop the head. Exhale, curl everything in. Take two more. Inhale, expand, open, lean the head back. And exhale, curl it in. One more, inhale. And exhale. Come back to neutral, just roll the shoulders back. You can shake the head no. Yes. And then turn towards me. Take a comfortable seat. Just cross the legs. Relax the shoulders. And keep the eyes closed. And just take a few more moments here to let yourself reset. And know that you can walk into the rest of your day feeling at peace and fully balanced. On your next breath in, sweep the arms up overhead, and pressing the hands together, exhale them right down to the heart center, sealing in your practice. Let the eyes blink open. Namaste.